that's kind of the start right there.
Oh, that's the start? Well, I don't know. The moderator said our mics were going to be muted when we weren't talking to each other, so...
Would you like to do a show?
I would like to do a show. Would you like to watch a show? Because you're watching the show right now. Look, I put the monitor above the camera, so we're no longer, like, trying to figure out where the audience is. It's you. You're the audience at home. Welcome for joining us. What? Welcome. It's already off the rails. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us for another edition of The Rambles. Number 3, we can't be stopped until around 5 or 6 when one of us just gives up, and then we'll just put a skeleton in the chair.
I was a bit iffy today, I'm not going to lie.
Well, you know what? We did it. So good morning, because we're definitely recording this in the morning. And we've got some stuff to run through. As usual, we have the Gigabyte stuff, a couple of events, some new products. David is eagerly grifting one, so we're gonna get really excited to talk about this. I'm excited to talk about obscure X-Men characters over here.
And then tied to my adulthood.
And then, oh, that's for the After Dark version, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I can't pull that. The microphone is on the clip there. All right, so let's talk about some new stuff at Gigabytes. And first off, thank you. We've had like 20 or 30 subscribers so far now to the podcast on various platforms. Thank you for doing that. It's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah. Remember, every time you pay, I get monetized.
Yes, we monetized David. We're rebuilding him out of money, actually. Is what you need when you start to hit your 40s and you just start falling apart. Bills. So yeah, thank you for subscribing. And if you're watching this on YouTube, smash the bell or the like button. I don't know what to call that. We'll put a graphic on there or something.
Smash a bell, kick a cow.
Kick a cow. Get in a fight with a mean dog. Don't do that, please. We're going to get sued because someone's like, they told me to on the internet where everything is truthful. They're eating them.
Just remember, you fight the dog, you beat the dog, you eat the dog.
That's the way.
It's dog eat dog.
It's a man eat dog eat.
From right here, it's an immigrant eat dog world.
Yeah, I saw it on TV.
As an immigrant, I can attest to this.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I wonder what that smell was coming out of your office earlier.
It's a dog day after. The cat's pajamas.
Because
once you eat them, you can use their skin to make pajamas.
I don't. It's like you don't have a lot of pajamas. That's a very Cruella de Vil thing. You got to get a lot of cats.
She doesn't care. You know, evil thing will.
Yeah. You know, I like how they tried to redeem her. They tried to make a whole movie. It was like, you know how all the other villains
Remember that
were
lady
redeeming?
who wanted to skin a dog? She ain't that bad.
She had a reason.
That's the whole thing these days. Remember those really bad orcs from Lord of the Rings? They got kids too.
One's got a baby.
They got kids.
I thought, so you're talking about Rings of Power, that one scene, obviously.
Still haven't seen the series, actually. All I've seen is the angry Facebook pop-ups that go, people are like, oh, what's our families? There's
a scene where they show the orc, matron, mom, holding a baby, and then one of the other orcs comes over, and I think it's to soothe the baby, but they're in orc makeup. So he just comes over and is like, I'm like, I don't know. Is that supposed to make me feel bad for them?
I mean, it's no different to having like a British nanny, right?
I guess so, yeah. Same amount of dental care. All right, so let's launch into this stuff. We got some events real fast. Look at how full my sheet is. We're going to maybe ignore that last one because we can't quite get there yet. You don't know what I'm talking about at home. So Saturday, which is tomorrow, you got the 40K RTT. You can reenact some Space Marine right there on the table with a whole bunch of the guys. The 28th of this month is the AOS tournament. There are still some tickets available. Sign up and beat me. I'll be there. I'll take last place. Don't worry. So you're going to not get last place. I guarantee it.
I'll be handing out the baseball bats.
Yes. Oh, gosh. I'll have to wear my big padded like defense suit. Yeah, I used to do that. I used to be the guy wearing the suit for women's self-defense at the clinic I worked at. It's really fun. If you're ever going to get kicked in the crotch by like 30 women at once, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you want to...
In my mind, all I'm thinking is the scene from... what was the Easter Bunny movie? James Marsden, and he's like feeding the dogs. He's wearing like the...
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, one of his rare movies that everyone also forgot.
I love that movie.
There's a lot of stuff.
We watch it every Easter. This is the rock and roll bunny rabbit.
What movie do you watch every Easter? Let us know in the comments. What's your Easter tradition?
I like to watch The Passion of the Christ.
Oh, gosh. I knew it. I was going to go there and make that joke. But I didn't know if we already lost everybody.
I'm Catholic. I'm allowed to.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, a couple of Hail Marys and you're good. All right, so and Saturday, this is an important one, October 12th. I can't talk today.
Really bad, the wordsmithing today.
Yeah, it's the Swamp Meet.
Swamp Meet.
So we're going to have the Swamp Meet at Gigabytes. There were 24 pre-registration slots open. I just checked the website. As of filming, there were 6. I don't know if that means there's only 6 tickets, because I know you can also show up and hope to get a half table.
Yeah.
But if you haven't pre-registered...
That's the pre-register. You can always show up on the day, bring your goodies, and I mean, we'll probably put out a table. You might have to sit in the sun or something like that.
Yeah, or in the hurricane. whatever the weather looks like that day.
But yeah, always a great day to swap meet.
Yeah, they're awesome. So be sure if you are planning on coming up and selling that you've pre-registered, you've gone ahead and contacted and set that all up. And if not, come up and browse because there's
the last day someone sold this awesome Space Marine army. It was amazing.
Yeah, who was that? It was him.
So harmy.
If you're like me, it's a great place to go get a bunch of potential Age of Sigmar models, and then a year later put them on the swap meet next year when you go, I'm actually not going to play this.
There is
army.
actually an internal inner economy of people who do that. Like they buy the swap and they trade the next swap, and they buy some, or they buy games, they buy armies, and then the new hotness comes out, so they trade the armies at the swap meet so they can get credit to buy new armies. It's kind of like a Venezuelan economy.
Yeah.
It's not a good economy.
Yeah, and you're going to lose money, and it's over time. But
well, unless you have like collector stuff. I mean, you get a great deal at swap meet. Maybe you can turn it around for a few dollars the next one if you're lucky. But buy a new product and then change it. Yeah, you're not.
Or you're just going to buy a whole bunch of
it's
chaos
allowing you
stuff.
to wipe out your mistakes.
Yes, it's a good way to look like your mistakes are making
Or if
money.
you're me, get rid of like 15 years of Space Marines.
15 years of Space
It was
Marines.
15 years of Space Marines.
That's now we can legally put the hashtag Space Marine on this and get a lot more views for people that are expecting
Marines
things that we're
everywhere.
not talking about necessarily. All right, so that's all the events that I could pull up off the Facebook page, but you can go there and watch the rest of them because there's some other ones as well. There's one going on tonight. That's right. It's Friday the 13th. So show up for Spooky Tea and Tarot. Calamity. Yeah. Hopefully it won't be.
If you subscribe to our
calamity.
Facebook page, you probably saw the awesome videos that I keep wanting to say stinky, but it's spunky.
You're in the right area.
No, stinky is what they call the owner of FC Richmond in Ted Lasso.
She's going to watch this and immediately resign. Reason for resignation.
Well,
My
she's doing
boss
a great-
called me stinky.
He's doing a great job. I don't know why.
You're doing a great job, Smelly. Keep it up.
It comes into my head, and then I have to like rejungle the words and then spit them out.
Oh, yeah. But that's on.
Well, the Rams.
That's, yeah, welcome to.
More controversial than a Linkin Park singer.
Ooh, yeah. I guess we could talk about that, but I don't know.
I mean, that was pretty much all you have to say.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe just start a new band. That's all I'm going to say. You got like 2 people
I
left
like
over.
the song.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
For me, Linkin Park was 2
I don't
albums.
really know enough about Scientology to like make fun of it, except it made Tom Cruise jump on a couch
That's true.
before you were born, probably.
That's because you've got too many thetons in your blood. I think that's the right one. What other religions can we
Do I
go
leech
after on this
myself?
show?
I have to leech myself.
Yeah, that's how that works, actually. But you hook a diode
Welcome
up.
to the Rambles. Anti-religion, apparently.
Yes,
Except
anti-everything.
for the God Emperor.
That's true. The one true savior of mankind, a corpse on a chair. It's like I've said last time. This is a hostile listening environment for the viewer.
I keep trying to segue into the big words.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know if you wanted to do the products.
We can do the products.
Okay. Well, you want to do the big words? We can do.
Nah.
Okay, fine. We'll save that for last then. All right. So we've got some stuff that's on the shelves right now at Gigabytes that you can go in, you can buy. David has. Oh no, he's already causing a calamity. We've got Arkham Horror, the Innsmouth Conspiracy, which is a thing. And if you, there it goes. And it's this one right here. Look at it. And listeners at home, I'm sorry for how much visual comedy we do on this. Imagine in your heads a couple of really pale ghosts talking about products to you. That's about what you're going to get here. So yeah, I think this is an expansion for it. Yeah, investigator expansion.
Half the time, I mean, really, we just spew whatever's in our heads. Then I rant about the industry a little bit.
Yeah. And then sometimes I write one word on the last sheet and just see if I can set you off for the last 5 minutes of the show.
But anyway,
there's
Arkham
that.
Horror releasing this Friday, I believe.
Yeah, just in time for spooky season, which is coming up soon.
Yeah.
Or if you're most of the people we know already starting to be memed all over the place.
Oh my God! Like literally, July 4th ended, and I was inundated with Halloween memes for the last month.
The spirit Halloween spirit shows up.
I do love me some Halloween, though.
That's true. It's true. It's a great time because you can dress up and go harass people and get candy, and usually that gets you some sort of cease and desist. But on Halloween,
the best part
it's okay.
is you can start watching Nightmare Before Christmas, and you keep watching Nightmare Before Christmas until like February.
Yeah, that's true. You constantly just
In my house, anyway.
circling all the time. Yeah.
It makes a nice change from 24/7 Moana.
Oh wow. Is anybody at your house excited about live action Moana?
Yes, my 18-month is.
Yeah, I think
No,
that's
she has
the
no
target.
idea. She just
She's on her internet
she walks
blog
around
right
just
now.
going like, "Wow,
Yeah,
hey."
that is an easy word for kids to say because it's just kind of a syllable sound.
She does like it.
Yeah. What? Okay, so let's go to my side of the
And
table
that's-
then.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, 'cause-
I was going to say that's another step into
Adulthood. Once again, audio listeners,
Adulthood.
you need to watch this.
Yeah, I got it tilted so it's not shiny.
Yeah, it's where everything is glossy in here, including us. So, Adulthood is a board game about being an adult. Which, if you bought a board game about being an adult,
I would like to cautiously say it is an ironic take on being an adult.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Because you can date a hunk, ladies. Handle money wisely. No, not me.
No.
Live in luxury. Like, I mean, all these things that you really are not doing if you're playing and buying board games, handling money wisely and living in luxury. Sorry, board gamers.
Well,
You're
like
probably not.
all the RPGs and stuff, it's an escape.
Work
it's
your
a
day
fantasy
job.
world.
Actually, well, technically, we are working our day
Yeah,
job.
this
Work day
is
job, but
sort
yeah.
of our job. Yeah.
But yeah,
So yeah, you can go and you can check out Adulthood. Reasonably priced too. for the-
$29.99, actually a great price. Brotherwise Games make fantastic games. Like these are the guys who make Boss Monster, Super Boss Monster,
Yeah.
Bigger Boss Monster, the other Boss Monster.
The cart one, maybe.
Lots of Boss
think,
Monsters.
yeah,
But
all
they
the Boss
also do
Monsters.
the Cosmere RPG, which is that like Brandon Sanderson RPG on Kickstarter that broke the internet.
Again,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the Miley Cyrus of Kickstarters. Broke the internet. Miley Cyrus
Abs-
broke the internet. Didn't she break the internet?
I don't know.
It
Did
was
she?
Taylor Swift.
I mean, Taylor
Answers
Swift
on a
breaks
postcard.
it all the time. So.
So
Yeah,
anyway, yes, Runnerwise, 1 to 4 players, 45 minutes, ages 13 up, because apparently in some parts of the world you are an adult at 13.
you got to start earning an income.
It's like really they should have just said 18 plus.
That would, well, then people would be like, "Oh, what kind of adulthood?" But
Start at 18, join the military, vote, don't you drink?
yeah, go. I think that this is probably like if you consider life like the most basic version of being an adult, which is really just about having a bunch of kids and cramming them into a sedan while you drive around. This flushes it out a little bit.
I want to make a game called Life Reincarnation Edition, where the tagline is you just do a little better each time.
Oh yeah, a roguelike of life.
Yeah, wouldn't that
Yeah.
be cool?
I think that's the wheel of resurrection. So if you want to go after another religion, we could just segue into Indian
There
Buddhism.
you go. And just like my adulthood, I'm going to make this fall flat on its face.
Oh, sad. Well, that leaves all the stuff on my. I'm going to shift this to your side then,
Ooh.
so that you have stuff in front of you.
Another shiny white thing to
Yeah.
match my shiny white face.
I know. That's why I had to wear a hat, because our forehead glistens. If we pointed them together, it just lens flares the entire thing. Before you get into that, though, you've all watched the hot movie Borderlands. This award-winning.
It's funny when he pointed that out. I said, "No, I know nothing about it. I've never played Fortnite."
That's true. This is probably far more successful than the movie, which R.I.P. Jack Black's career.
Do you want to know
after
how you
that.
know a movie's bad?
How?
When it is free to watch on Comcast, forced out of the theaters.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
That's
That's
how
not a
bad
lot
that
of
movie is.
confidence from the studio.
Yeah.
If they're just like,
I
yeah, just
still don't want to watch it.
immediately just put it out there. Yeah. Yeah, so you can put it on while you play Borderlands Tea Party or Tiny Tina's Robot Tea Party, which is a game about making fun of claptraps. So if you really dislike Jack Black's career or firing of Kyle Glass for comments, you can get
I was
this
gonna
game.
say, dear Jack Black, please get better,
Yeah,
both in health and in your career.
I think that Minecraft commercial, just kind of, I love Jack Black. A School of Rock, a classic, absolute classic for me. I love Tenacious D. I think it's a great band. That's right up my style of stuff. I don't know what you're doing, Mr. Black, because he's a viewer.
Mr. Black.
I mean, he's a viewer. He watches this
I'm sure he's
show,
a nice
obviously.
guy, and we're very interesting. I'm sure he wants to see what we have to say.
Come on the show, Jack Black. I challenge you. I feel like he's the kind of celebrity that would just show up one day and be like, "You challenge me to a rock off."
Last week, Jack Black appeared on the show.
Yeah, so this is it's a party game, 2 to 5
Now we got the
players,
cease and desist
15 minutes,
notice.
and your claptraps have to be 13 and up in order to play this game. Get out of
Or
here.
else you have to close your clap trap.
I'm gonna ramble about X-Men for a second. You're gonna have to. This is the Zack rambles. Look at this, guys. Do you want some obscure characters? I mean, they're kind of obscure. Sunspot was in X-Men
X is
97.
not that obscure.
No, but if you want Wolverine in his undies, and okay, well, tell me what you know about Maverick. Yeah,
He's a loose gun.
He's a
He
real-
don't care. He got goose killed, if I remember correctly.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Exactly. And I
I'm pretty
wasn't
sure
even
it was a call sign in Independence Day for somebody.
I wasn't even going to ask you about Warlock, who's the other character. But if you're a Marvel fan, specifically, I know one guy that's really excited that Warlock is now finally in this game. You can add some X-Men and some techno-organic viruses to your MCP group. You can add Weapon X and Maverick. His power is he has guns and he's extremely 90s. That's basically his power. Really, it's it. I think he was in the Wolverine, the terrible movie. He's the one that they had the gun that could stop Wolverine, so they don't give it to the guy who never misses. I think that was supposed to be Maverick. But comment below if you actually care about Wolverine Origins. Nobody does.
Wolverine Origins, the one with he's got no mouth, he's got the
Yeah,
Deadpool with no mouth.
that's where they said, you know what everyone likes about Deadpool? Him not talking and having Baraka claws.
The movies that you are legally not allowed to remember that Ryan Reynolds was in.
Yeah, that's true.
Ryan Reynolds is only in good movies, and he only owns Wrexham, nothing else.
He never did Blade 3
Or Mint Mobile.
or Mint Mobile.
No, wait, no, everyone loves Mint Mobile.
Yeah, I think
Right.
I guess. I don't know. Every podcast has 14 commercials for it. So welcome to the only podcast that doesn't have a Mint Mobile commercial yet.
Till next week.
Yeah, until we get sponsored for that. Also, I wanted to say real fast, there's a lot of spooky Marvel Crisis stuff coming out in the next month. I'm impressed by this. You're getting Werewolf by Night, Dracula, Mephisto if you want to break up Spider-Man's marriage. So like they're kind of leaning into some of the spooky stuff for the Halloween releases. I think that's pretty cool as a Marvel fan, and I'm excited for it. And all 12 of you out there, you're also excited for it. David's really excited for adventuring into Tanares, I think.
Woo!
It's got a holographic cover that's not...
backwards. Oh, I failed it.
Sorry, I probably put them in backwards.
I was so excited. Yeah, so Dragori Games is one of our clients here at Bridge, because I can't go a show without talking about Bridge.
Of course.
And they have very graciously allowed us to start carrying some of their Tanares products. So we have the RPG set. This is the special white slipcase.
Yes.
Because the standard is a black slipcase, but actually the white's just so much prettier.
It does look cool.
And then it comes with, I guess, the GM screen, the player guide, campaign guide, and I assume what's the monster manual or the source book.
Yeah, it's kind of a monster manual / campaign idea. So if you're wanting to set your D&D campaign, and it is compatible with the new D&D, see previous episode. If you're wanting to set them in this world, this is basically how you set them in the world of Tanares, which is also seen in like the ultimate adventures of Tanares, the arena, the contest of Tanares. There's a lot of stuff in this setting, and a bunch of miniatures, and a bunch of really good pre-painted ones. Which
we do have the standee edition of the arena. We have the Tanares Ultimate box.
Yes.
And then the Tanares standee box is what we have in stock.
Yeah. But check them out. It's if you're looking for sort of
I know every
twist.
retailer is checking out our rambles.
Yes, you're all competitively watching us to try to see what we're doing.
I mean, I competitively watch all the other shows.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. There's other shows?
Yeah. Sometimes I take screenshots of them and then I post them into our group.
That's true. And I look at them and I'm like, what does this mean? It's just a face.
What does this mean?
Look, you also get a big map too. Yeah. So you could hang this up on your dorm wall. I don't have enough space for it. Look at how much of this...
On your dorm wall.
Look at this.
As you are currently handling your money wisely and dating a hunk.
Yes. And this will impress him, having the Tanares map. Get out of here.
But yes, anyway, all available on Bridge. As always, Bridge is available on fair.com retailers, so you can pick up this game, I hope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good.
No, it is. It's been up for a couple of days
It would
now.
really bad if it was that I didn't have it up there. Cool.
It's a recorded show. We could always put it up. It's absolutely available, though. So yeah, retailers, reach out to me if you're interested in stocking this line. You can go through Fair. You can contact me directly, and we'll set something up. It's worth it. This thing has really successful Kickstarters, so people are going to be looking for it if they missed out.
Yeah, I think this one did like 800K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wish I had 800K.
More. It might have been over $1 million, actually. So, yeah.
Who knows?
Speaking of Kickstarters.
What? Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
I was like, are we going into
we're
that?
in the middle of we're in the middle of some fulfillment. So
yeah.
So for all of you people who are into our Kickstarters, and if you're a retailer who has backed these, and if you're someone who's interested in Bridge, or if you're those people who I complained about last week and said Bridge are the worst,
Yeah.
to this week's Bridge takes 2.5 months to fulfill. That's a lie. Bridge lies about their fulfillment schedule. That's a lie. And one guy goes, well, they said that the containers arrived last week. Why are you saying the containers only arrived today? So I literally took a photo of it and said, because there's a container. We are unloading this container. So we are currently in the process of 3 projects. So we're just started Endeavor. Deep Sea has arrived, and this one's fulfilling today. Mycelia is prepping to fulfill on Monday. This is the standard. The deluxe is actually this dark green with a cool like Celtic uniform that I don't understand why it's on a game about mushrooms, but it looks cool.
They have no mushrooms
next week.
in Ireland.
However, we have shipped all the orders for Mexico and Canada away. So those 2 are in process. And then the third one we're about to start, or have started, is Isofarian Guard. That's way too heavy for me to bring in. I'm not, that's like 50 pounds and I'm old. So
maybe we'll just cut to like a shot of that with like legs sticking out from under.
You may
like,
have to. Yeah. Just put the David Teddy.
Put the puppet underneath
David puppet. So yeah, if you're interested in fulfillment, always check out the Bridge page because I do sometimes post fulfillment has started. That's a reminder to me to post that fulfillment has started.
Yeah, well, you know why? Because we're too busy doing a good job. Sometimes we forget to let people know because we're just off to the races on that kind of stuff.
And then for anyone who is interested, Teotihuacan, did I pronounce it correctly, has actually should be finished this week.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Maybe by the time you're watching this.
Yep. And Paladin Game Sleeves. Paladin Game Sleeves is another one we're in the middle of doing and will be finished this week.
Awesome. Look at how busy we are.
Look how
we're doing stuff.
I will be publishers, because I know publishers are watching this show. I will be at Essen Spiel.
Everyone
I think we mentioned last week. So I'll be at Essenspiel next week. No, not next week. That'd be really
No,
early.
it's almost like you better get on the plane.
October 3rd and 4th, I will be in the city of Essen and taking meetings. So anyone who wants to talk, if you're from Italy, because I know the Italians like to watch the show, or Greece, Germany, wherever you're in the world publishing games, happy to take meetings and talk about fulfillment.
Yeah, go over there, and maybe we can get you to do like a live, like a unshaky cam. Hey guys, I'm here at the show, and I'm falling down, and we'll post that on the show because the show doesn't stop.
You're telling me that I have to hold my hand steady. Do you know how much caffeine I drink in a day?
Yeah, I actually do. Yeah. Your
coke
doctor asked me to go stop.
What's it mean when your heart kind of flutters?
It means you're excited about the next thing we're going to talk about, because you're listening to our show. We set hearts aflutter. We're the hunks.
Yeah, we're the hunks.
In adulthood.
Handling your money wisely.
Yes, yeah. Give it to us. The last thing I have written down is just Space Marine 2 hard. So, David, how's Space Marine going?
It's so hard I can't get past the opening cinematic.
Yeah, apparently it broke your computer. Several people I know have talked about it, like how it just annihilated their computer trying
I think
to
Ryan
run
here had the same issue. It's
Yeah.
like, Tyrion spores are dropping. Freeze. And then I just hear all these sounds, and I'm like, that's...
Yeah, well, you're getting the experience of a Cadian laying on his back, having been
And
wounded, listening.
I made a mistake of trying to fix it. And I said, it must be because I'm in full screen mode. And I often play my games in windowed mode so I can alt-tab out and do work. It's for Football Manager. So I went I changed it to Windows mode.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was half the screen. So I got like the Marine's eyeball on my screen. But because I couldn't scroll down to change it back. So my whole screen was window mode then. I couldn't play the game.
Nice.
So I had a great idea. I said, all right, I'm going to uninstall it and reinstall it. Uninstall it, reinstall it, and it came up in window mode again. It's like, what is going on? And so I fixed it eventually by setting my resolution to 800 by 600.
The perfect resolution.
Yes.
What else? You don't need, what is this 6K, 4K nonsense?
Give me the resolution up to 90s.
Give me a PSP1 version.
And that allowed to make the screen small enough that I could actually change it back to not window. And then you know what happened?
No.
The cinematic froze.
Oh. So you want to hear about my Space Marine story?
Yes, because I have none.
I downloaded it to my PlayStation 5, and then I hit go. And then I played some Space Marine for the last couple of days. I'm sure I'm missing out on some pixels or something, but honestly, I'm okay with that. I will say the online multiplayer is completely borked right now. Like nobody can matches. The co-op seems to work, but the PvP, you're all over the place. Like you shoot a guy and he's suddenly halfway across the arena and has already killed you. It's very weird. Netcode stuff.
I play this game for the story. I'm one of those weirdos that only plays campaign mode.
I don't know though. If you like Helldivers, the co-op mode is really fun, and there's a lot of customization. You can build a guy, and you can put a little mark of corn on his pauldron, and when you put your shield up, nobody sees it when you drop the shield.
What I do think is great is the amount of people who are now saying Space Marines, and they're coming and going, "Hey, have you heard this Warhammer game?" And I'm like, "Whoa, no, tell me all about it. Tell me about your Warhammer game." Even that Matt McKean here in our office is like, I want to paint a Space Marine. And
yeah, I gave him a bunch of little Space Marine guys that I had from a starter set.
I did look at him and go, you're actually more of a guard player. I mean, you're always you're always buying and painting tanks.
He painted my AdMech tank for me, and it's the best looking part of my entire AdMech force because he did a really good job on it, and I didn't do a great job on anything else.
Yeah, I haven't painted in a long time. I did get the new, there's a new Forge World Goblin, Orc, where's something, Shot caller? I don't know if it is. It's the new Orc Shaman for the old world. I picked him up.
Oh, cool.
I'm placing a bet with myself on how long he will remain in the plastic.
Is it going to be as long as that limited edition Commissar I bought you last year?
That's still on my desk.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. It hasn't even gone to your house yet.
On my desk.
It's there as a reminder to his employees.
I sold my guard army too. I had a lovely Krieg army.
Oh, I remember the Krieg
What kind
army.
of guards in Space Marines? Is it just Cadians?
It's just a lot of dead Cadians. Well, I mean, there's some that are alive.
How? There has to be a point. There has to be a point when they run out of Cadians.
Well, now
where are they coming from?
Now, Cadia is the concept. So, you can be from another planet and you can be a Cadian. Because it's we're all Cadians, aka this is the model line you have for this. They're not going to do the 10 different versions anymore.
They don't have to be Cadians. They just wear standard guard armor. They can have standard guard armor be from somewhere else.
I don't know. I wouldn't paint mine.
Games Workshop, if you wanted the money, make new guard armor and then write off to Cadians and force people to buy all new stuff.
Yeah. Games Workshop would never do that. That'd be wild. Mr. James Workshop watches this show, by the way.
And you can make your players handle their money wisely by buying new Cadians. I'm going to keep going back to that.
Yeah, it's a really good prop. Yeah,
best thing I've seen all day.
Just You know what I miss is the Valhalla Guard. That's what got me into 40K a long time ago.
Cyphus Kane.
Yeah, I liked those
Kane,
guys.
great-
I thought they
great
were kind of cool. I like the trend. I've always liked the Han Solo Empire or Return of the Jedi. You know, the
I was like
trench coat look.
Vostroyans I always like because I like that like Tsarish Russian
Yeah.
look. It was like a mix of French and Tsar. And you can get Vostroyans because you can do War Games Atlantic has the Grognards.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. If you really miss all the other like subsects of Guard, War Games Atlantic has basically covered almost all of them at this point, I think, or something close enough.
They have a Steel Legion because they have the Ram Jaegers. That's Steel Legion. Grognards is Vostroyan. They have Space Nam, which is Catechins.
Mm-hmm.
They have... There's one more. They have the ones that are squats.
Oh,
Einherjar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they have...
They have Rattling Snipers now,
They
too.
have Rattling Snipers.
Yeah. One of them
They
is
have,
almost...
they have Ogren.
Yeah, that's true.
I like the Ogren ones because the Ogren is a mixed kit that you can also make into Empire. They
Mhm.
actually have like they're dressed like Lanznik.
But you
They
can
have
also
the
put
frills.
the Empire clothes on them and then give them a gun,
Yeah,
which is even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, War Games Atlantic, which you can get at Gigabytes Cafe or at gigabytesonline.com. That's the plug.
Or you can buy you a bridge if you're a retailer.
Or if you're a bridge, yeah, stock this stuff. Because guess what? Your Warhammer players, they're fine with all that stuff. But you know what? For $30 and you get 20 extra guardsmen, that's an easy
Yeah.
way to have a really cool list.
Yeah.
And they're, they look good.
Actually, it's something that came up again recently. Where did I see that talking? Where people were like, how do you differentiate your store? Like, what do you do to differentiate your store and make it different? I was talking to someone about that recently, which is how do you differentiate your stores? Different Kickstarter exclusive games, stuff like War Games Atlantic, because everybody can stock Marvel. Not everybody can stock Adulthood. Well, actually,
No.
everybody can stock Adulthood. But like something like Tanares, right? You have something like Tanares. Yeah, I keep making noises.
That's okay. The
You
mics
know.
are up here.
Cool game. It's like what, $150, I think. I assume because I'm going to assume these are $50 kits, books.
I think you're right. I'm
That you
pretty
can-
sure you're right.
That
Yes.
you can like put in your store, and it's eye catching. It's well produced. It's something different to D&D. Someone walks in, and they go, "Hey!" Right now, probably not a good time to try combat D&D. Obviously.
Yeah,
right?
give them a
But-
week or so
give 'em a week or two.
simmer off there.
But it lets your store stand out, and like so many new stores come into the area, and they focus so much on Magic. There's a new store to open in Atlanta, and all they're doing is Magic and sports cards,
Yeah.
and I just don't know why.
I mean,
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
And
but,
talking from the retailer perspective, like, you have your tentpole stuff like that, where
Mhm.
it's like maybe you do stock Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, maybe you have some Warhammer stuff like that, but like that revenue stream isn't going to be as constant. And you're also competing with other people to get those products. So sometimes you just only get three boxes.
You gotta keep it fresh. That's why I'm going to Essen, right? And that's for Bridge, right? So that's for pick up more clients. But that allows me to find more clients that I can then port into Gigabytes and have different product before anybody else. And the other thing as well, product moves so fast. The new hotness goes. You got to react. You can't sit on this and wait for 6 months, because after 6 months, it's on sale for like 30% off because stores are wiping it out. But or you just can't get it. In the case of some of these, like Endeavor, you won't get this. This won't be in retail.
You can't have this.
So, which is a funny story because I forgot to back this one, and I'm about to email the guy and go, "Hey, please, sir,
Can I please?
may I please have this?" Because I was looking at the retail orders today that I was about to ship out before I remembered I had to record. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not on for this. I need to get it."
Whoops.
Luckily, I have like 4,000 in the warehouse, so I'm sure we'll get one.
Maybe we can get like 2 or 3 out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and if you're a retailer and you're listening and you're like, man, how can I get all this stuff? Once again, reach out to me, because we have a lot of stuff that you can only get stocked through us, because we were the ones that did the fulfillment. So give your customers something really unique. Put the War Games Atlantic next to the Warhammer. It will sell, because someone will look at the Warhammer. And let's face it, Mr. James Workshop, his prices are going up, and they're going to keep going up as long as they are the main economic center of the UK. They're going to keep making all that money, and that's great. But when you need to put 50, 60 guardsmen on the table for a dumb list idea, well, that's
It's also
lot of money.
about choice, right? You never want to offer too much choice because you don't want to paralyze someone. Choice paralysis is a thing.
Yeah.
But you also don't want to give people not enough choice, because if you make someone a straight yes or no, you have a 50-50 chance of making a sale. Hey, do you want to buy this Warhammer box? Yes or no? Okay. Hey, do you want to buy this Warhammer box? Or how about this War Games Atlantic box? Or how about this? What's a new thing we have coming? Earth Under Siege.
I was like, Earth Under Siege, yeah,
or
Flashpoint.
Warzone Eternal, because I love Warzone. I love Warzone Eternal. I think
Yeah.
it's such a great world. Mutant Chronicles. Then they have a choice, and as long as you're careful in what you curate and in what you're offering, and obviously knowing what that customer is leading towards, where you're not like, but how about this, and how about this, and how about my level 50 rogue? You know what I mean? And
We're sorry once again, Gigabyte's employees. I did not tell him to say that.
you know, it's really important to do that.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yes, that was my impromptu rant.
It was a good impromptu rant.
Yeah.
Be diverse in your store offerings. Keep the tent poles around because they'll pay some of the bills and stuff. But also, you know, make
But
sure you
always
have
be
something
outreaching.
different.
Like, for example, you did Launch Boom. I can't think of the name of it. I'm just going to keep spinning my hand until I remember the name. You remember.
The launch boom.
The
It
launch
was
boom.
From shipping to, I forgot the name of the seminar. Well, if we'll post a link, it's going to be online where you can watch the whole panel
So
that we
Zack,
did.
Zack did an hour panel with a couple of other fulfillment houses who aren't as cool as ours, and and talked about, you know, what to do with shipping, how to do fulfillment, but also again, it's getting it out there and more knowledge of games. You probably know about a lot more products coming out there now. And,
Yeah.
you know.
It was really interesting to also talk to a lot of publishers who were like, what stage should I start talking, you know, shipping and fulfillment? And it's like, now is the time to start talking about it. Whatever point the metric I gave out, which everyone then repeated on after I said it, which was really nice because I said a number and now I think it's actually like the number was like when you're 80% done with your game, that's when you start talking about that fulfillment thing and reach out and get a quote, because that's when you can start talking about prepackaged boxes like we've talked about. You can start talking about making the box make sense. Is your box just full of air and you're getting charged a lot of money to send a lot of empty space?
But also know how much you're charging, right? Because like a lot of people, and this has come up recently, where they did not charge enough for shipping, and then they're like, you know, they fulfill a year or two later, and like most Kickstarters say, oh, fulfill next year, and then they're 2 years late.
Yeah.
Cost of shipping goes up 6-7% every year on average. So do bad math, 21%. No, that's probably like a 16 to 18% increase, like you know, annualized. You know, overall, isn't it right? That makes sense.
Well,
that makes sense.
If you look at it that way, even if you're only adding on $2 or $3 per game,
$2 or $3 per. Say it goes up by a third, right? And you know your $15 game is now $20 to ship. That's extra $5. You have 2,000 backers. That's $10,000. It's a lot of money if you only charge. If say you were subsidizing shipments, which is a bad idea, to please your backers, and you only charge $10, well, now you're in the hole for $20K. Where'd you get that from?
Yep.
You know,
and that's when you get that real bad feel of having to either go ask the backers to give you more money, or
that's
when projects get half fulfilled or canceled, or they don't even go to fruition at that point. Or best case scenario, if that has happened to you, you sell everything, you break completely even, and you have no way to do the next game.
And you wonder why you did it.
Yeah.
You know?
You sit there with your Kanye.
So like, so you do it's great you do the panels, because then you're able to talk to people. Hey, charge a real amount of money. Like, be realistic, be open with your backers. Backers don't want to spend for shipping because they don't understand. They've spent years being lied to by Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
It's free shipping, but it's free shipping because Amazon's forcing the publisher to pay the shipping, right? The publisher pays the shipping, not you. Cool, that's great. That's also not, like, it doesn't work. The publishers eventually, you know, it's the snake eating its own tail. They will go away.
If you love a game, you're willing to pay for the shipping to get it to you.
Talking the Amazon thing actually brings up something my brother talked about. We had conversations with just throw it away, dude.
No, we're done.
He was like, "This is gonna be like a 20-minute show."
That was
it's
it.
not.
I got Space Marine 2 hard.
You know, you want to talk about, but it kind of leads in, right? You want to talk about shipping.
Yeah.
PlayStation was too hard to talk about. You want to talk about shipping. People are trained by Amazon. It's free shipping if I do Prime, right? And so the big thing on Amazon that every publisher wants to get into is selling through Amazon. I want to be a 1PL, right? So Bridge is a 3PL, we're a third-party logistics. And you can do 1PL, which is where you sell your game and you buy it on Amazon. It says Amazon sold your game. Amazon ships you, the publisher, a PO. You send it to your fulfillment house and fulfill the order. It comes to the person, and as far as they know, they bought it from Amazon. It says Amazon. It's got Amazon sticker, Amazon packaging. Amazon.
Yeah.
1PL. Well, Amazon just announced yesterday they're not doing that anymore.
Oh.
They sent out ceases to 10,000 1PLs that they use. We are no longer buying from you directly.
Wow.
Because Amazon wasn't making enough money on the free shipping.
Yeah, and when you're a company, Amazon's a pretty big company, I'd say. I'd say they're relatively large.
Well, what Amazon figured out, now I have the full inside track. I have no inside track, but I'm not an idiot. What I figured out is Amazon does 1PL shipping, Prime free shipping, right?
Mm-hmm.
Goes to the fulfillment house, ships, they send a PO, they buy the game. Amazon's paying the shipping, and you're eating up front. Amazon stops doing 1PL shipping, and they went to, literally, because I saw the article, please, you're having to set up your own merchant account and sell on Amazon. Now it's 3PL shipping. So now Amazon goes, well, you're still Prime, third-party shipping, but I'm going to charge you the fees.
Mm-hmm.
So you, the publisher, are now paying the fees instead of Amazon paying the fees. But the backers still are like, oh, it's free shipping, it's great. But it's not. It's killing, right? And that's why, I saw someone complain about Brotherwise, I think it was.
Uh-huh.
Why do they have to list on Kickstarter? It was Zack. Because, what does he have to do? He's got so much money. Because honestly, you can't ship through. This wasn't related to that, but I just thought I'd use you.
You're just calling me out. It's fine.
Just use you as a prop.
Cut his mic. Cut his mic.
Cut his throat. But like, that's why they do Kickstarter. That's why they sell online. That's why it's important to support the publisher directly and pay real shipping, because that keeps the publisher alive. Because you're not going to be able to make a real living unless you are charging the correct amounts and paying the right amounts and publishing the right amounts. And
yeah, a lot of publishers are not millionaires when they start this, and they usually aren't millionaires when they finish either. Did
you know
the margins are not that good?
I don't even own a winery.
That's true.
What's up with that?
just a little cooler of wine in his office, but that's it.
I've worn the same pants for 3 days.
I can smell them.
That's a lie.
I'm not wearing pants.
That's a lie.
So.
It's been 2.
Well, if it's 2 and then you break and then another 2, that's fine, because that's not 4 consecutively.
That's true.
So
that's true.
You've come here for pants math. That's pants math.
You're like, not so good.
Yeah, whatever. It's not a big weird stain on the butter.
No, yeah, they're not. They're not publishers. I'm not a millionaire. They're not millionaires. Nobody's a millionaire these days.
No, well, except for all the millionaires.
Except
they were just giving money.
Yeah.
They had it easy, just born with a silver spoon in their mouth.
I wasn't given a small, tiny $413 million.
I was raised middle class.
I watched the debate. It was the funniest thing on.
Yeah, you have no idea at home how much we're not talking about the debate right now.
Right afterwards, someone was like, it started to rain, and someone said, "Oh my God, it's raining cats and dogs." And I swear to God, I just could hear people like ripping out the knives and forks and running outside.
I went out with a big kettle, and I was like, "Hey, does third generation still count? Or do I just eat like hamsters?" I don't know if that's a thing.
Terrible.
Oh yeah. Well, we should probably go ahead and call the show on that one, because I think we've rambled enough about the things that can lead you to being an adult.
Yeah.
I was trying to there it is. There it is. Yeah, visual comedy. That's what we excel at here at the Rambles.
And we don't even have the Monty Python game this week. That was last week.
That was last week. So, but you can go back and watch all these episodes on the Tabletop Nerds website, on the YouTube. You can find them on the website. There's links on Gigabytes. We're all over the place. We're seeping into everything. We're the mold of entertainment. We're going to be here. You can't get us out. And we're on every podcast network.
The penicillium of podcasts.
Yes.
Yes.
Does that mean we're killing the other mold?
Which, if you were following a certain Kickstarter, they announced today that their Kickstarter fulfillment was delayed because there was penicillium found in their games.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah. That wasn't us.
That's not private knowledge. It was emailed. I got the email. So
the only thing you'll find in our games is quality packaging and fun entertainment.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get out of here. Let's go get back to work on some stuff and everything. And like I said, subscribe, and we love you all. Leave some comments. Tell us what you want us to talk about next time, and we'll get to it maybe if we can find the comments.
There you go.
Sometimes it's a hit or miss or that, so we'll let you know when we get to them about a month later or so. So for the Gigabytes Rambles, I'm Zach.
I'm still David.
Goodbye.